Beginner Crafter. Welcome to a budget video, and this time I'm trying to close January budget, and I tried it before. It's not easy. I did make a lot of mistakes, and that's why I am already now prepared. I am still not sure if this will work out the way it should, because there are some things I don't quite understand yet. What I'm supposed to use where. I'm also going to start budgeting February, but first, the closing. So to close the month, we need the starting balance that I've counted, the incoming income, and by incoming income, I understand the income I got from all the places where I worked, all the IOUs, things like that. Also cash envelopes if you've used any, or sinking funds, but not cushion, because cushion is actually your starting balance, and this is where I made the mistake last time. That my sort of it didn't really work out perfectly, and my budget, the monthly spend was perfect with incoming income, because at first I did put the cushion in my incoming income, but then the total monthly income was all over the place, so it didn't work out. So I hope now, when I sort of am not counting the starting, I'm not counting the cushion as my incoming income because it's already in my starting balance. I hope everything will work out okay, and I will actually be able to count the percentages of income, the total income as it says here, and not in my incoming income. However, I am happy to say that with my previous calculations, I did, spend exactly the amount of money that I had planned to, because it was in my income and because it was in that part of the cushion that I used. So everything works great. So now my incoming income without the cushion is 7,515, which brings the total monthly income to 9,441.21. Okay, the bills and extra savings, these and retirement. With my paycheck bill trackers, I put my monthly savings, the ones that I have on standing order, and my retirement as bills. But I want to exclude that in monthly budget breakdown, and in February and the next month I will also exclude the savings from bills, just because I want to see how much money I really spend for my life things, because I hope that one day those savings that I'm putting there monthly as my standing order will not be necessary. So that's why I'm excluding that, and that's why things don't work out as great right now as they should. But okay, so my monthly spend in bills is 1,763.54, so it's over 15. That's my phone thing, my phone bill. Gas 194.79, so that's 521 less than budgeted. Healthy food 144, so I'm over here. Eating out 314.9, so I'm well under. Similarly in groceries 298.53, so I'm also quite well under. Savings. Okay, I miscalculated that the budgeted amount. I don't know what happened there. But my budgeted was 3,532.48, and what I actually saved was 3,546.72. So that's a little bit more. In this category, every amount over the budget is great. Beauty 38, so I'm again well under budget. Fun 201.98, so a little bit over. Retirement 70 as planned, and sinking funds, I decided to put it in a different category, although I'm not sure if that's a great idea, so I guess I might make changes later on. I'm still just sort of learning how to do that. And so bills were 18.7% of my budget. Fuel was 2%. Healthy food was 1.5%. Eating out 3.3%. Groceries 3.2%. Savings 37.5%, which is great news. Beauty was 0.5%. Well, no, actually it was 0.4%. Fun was 2.1%. Retirement was 0.7%. And sinking funds 2.2%. I know this doesn't add up to 100% because the left is what I have left on my bank account and in cash, and I really don't consider it really savings because it's not really planned as savings, well, at least not the cash, unless it goes into sinking funds. So I know the amount of money doesn't really add up. What I really mostly want this money to kind of add up to is the incoming income, because that's kind of where I want to know that I won't have to use the cushion too much. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It does make sense to me, but it does make working things out a little bit more difficult. And here, where we've got savings, so we've got total monthly income and total monthly savings. And for this, I want to add up, because I've added Queen here as the savings. I will have to add up the category plus what I've saved in sinking funds for Queen, which is 170. So that would be 3,716.72, which then is 39.4% of my income. So a bit more than in here. Oh, I've made a mistake here in my calculations. Now I notice that the numbers are weird. When I was counting the percentages of income, I looked here and not here. So that will be 11.4%. Yeah, now it looks better. Now it looks a bit more normal. Okay. And now the savings in different categories. So for flat, I put in 2,162.45. For car, 761.25. For emergency fund, 460. And queen is 170. Is 58.2% of my savings. So it clearly shows this is my priority goal. Car, 20.5%. Emergency fund, 12.4%. And queen is 4.6%. I know it also doesn't totally add up, but I was just rounding the numbers without paying too much attention to mathematical correctness. But it gives me an idea. And it clearly shows my priorities. It's exactly as it should be. Flat is my number one priority. Car is number two. So everything works well with that. Let's see how within the budget I stayed. I'm guessing it's you just add the numbers up or subtract and see how big a difference it made. Okay, so my difference was 31.03 and it's on the plus side, so I spent more. So this is the amount of money that I went over budget in total, but the good thing is that it's mostly because of savings, extra savings, and sinking funds. I did pay more on the bills. I will budget better next time. But most of the money that I spent more were on savings and sinking funds, more than I budgeted. And in categories connected to my spending, I was mostly on the negative side. So that's really, really good. And yeah, I'm really proud of my savings. I had no idea I would be able to save so much in 1 month. So let's move on to February. I did learn a few lessons, so I hope this month will be better than the last. Okay, first let's do dates. Oh no, I made a mistake because why do people insist on starting the week on Sunday? It's just crazy. I had to white out because I started on a Sunday. I hate it when calendars start on a Sunday because for me the week starts on Monday and this is how I see the week. And February starts on a Monday, so I'll have to do it again. Obviously, I'm getting my salary on the 1st, and it's the usual amount. This is when the savings happen. I guess this will be the credit card payment. Then rent. And renovation fund. Although in February we should get information about our last year's payments, and it could happen that I paid more throughout the year than I need to, so I might not have to pay rent, but it all depends on when they actually send this information. Then I have insurance. I guess I'll do phone and TV plus internet in here. Oh, and gas. Somewhere in here I should get payment from my language school, and it should be something about 350, because last month I got 324, but I have a bit more hours in January than I had in December. That's why I think it will be bigger. I don't know how much. I really have no idea how much money I earned. And then probably on Friday, because this would be the last day of the month, I will get extra hours. And I understand why I got the extra hours last month. It's because I have classes with bilingual, I have lessons with bilingual groups. And for every class that you teach, a bilingual class, you get extra percentage to the normal amount of hours that you've worked with them. So your base salary is always like the normal wage that you get, but then at the end of the month they count how many hours with bilingual groups you had, and then they add up. And this year I have quite a few hours with those groups, that's why I got those extra money. February will be the full month when I'll be working, so my extra should be a bit higher than last month. I'm going to put it as 500 because, again, I have no idea how much I earn for that, and I don't really know how many hours I will work in reality because I may get sick or something. And also what I should get, and what is the most important information for me, is the 13th salary. As teachers, we get a 13th salary, usually in February, although it depends on where you live, but it's somewhere between end of January and March. And this is the amount of money sort of that is like an average salary that you got in the previous year. So it should be somewhat similar to what I earn now each month. But because you can get pay rises, the number of hours that you have per week change, you can never be 100% sure how much it will be unless you really check that. So I'll put it as, let's be modest, 3,000, although I'm sure I earned more last year. But I really don't remember how things go with summer holidays and stuff, so I prefer to put it less here. And why is this important? Actually, it's the perfect month for it to happen, because I realized last month that I was budgeting things wrong. When my goal is to be able to survive on just my school salary, then I should only look at bills and cash envelopes that I will spend in the month. So I'll again put all the bills and all the cash envelopes in my salary from school. If there will be any money left, I will put it towards sinking funds, extra savings and stuff. But I will exclude the savings that I have, this 1,200 that I last month had as bills because it's a standing order. I mean, I'll have to do it this month because this will have to go from my salary this month, this one. But from next month, I mean, I will exclude that and put it here so that I know it's not a bill, so that in here I can see my actual bill total without those savings. But from the next month, I want to be able to pay for those savings, 1,200, that is my standing order, with my previous month's extra money that I get. Why? Because the money that I have on those extra savings, they go towards a car, a new flat, and just emergency fund. And what I hope will happen in my life is that once I buy the flat and once I pay the mortgage off, because I will have to pay some mortgage, I'll have to take a home loan, I won't be spending this money anymore. So I won't have to work those private lessons and language school anymore. And I'll only have this one paycheck at the beginning of the month from my school, from which I should be then able to pay all the bills, all the cash envelopes, all the sinking funds or extra savings that I'm going to have. That's the final goal, and that's what I want to do, and that's why this month is perfect to have that switch, because the transition month could be difficult, but this one actually gives me the money to do that, to have the amount for the next month, even without, really planning for it in my private lessons. I will start doing that from March, and this is my transitioning month. I hope that makes sense. And now let's plan my first paycheck. So from the 1st of February. So that's my school income. 3,500, 22.67. This is the amount. It's not supposed to change because I wasn't sick, so they have no reason to deduct anything, and they have no reason to to give me more money. So I can also put that as a total. Now the bills. So bank insurance, that's on the 7th. That's 26.98. Then my retirement plan on the 7th as well. Where? This will be on the 8th because the 7th is Sunday. It's 70. And credit card, because I don't make enough payments with it, I need to retake it with me and use it. 11.99. Then rent on the 10th, 398.83, and renovation fund with the rent also on the 10th, 105.84. Phone, that's on the 19th, 79.99. Television plus internet, that's also on the 19th, and that's 183.99. My normal insurance, like life insurance, that will be on the 12th, and that's 186.78. Then gas instead of electricity. Gas, it's a gas month on the 26th, and it's 19.19. And the SOS on the 26th, I guess, as well. That will be 40. Okay. Oh, okay. I'll have to use something else in the income part. My car broke down and I had to use my sinking funds that I've had. Sinking fund car. I think it should be something about 900 that I'll have to use for the repair, so that's also a bill to pay. I don't know when this will be due, and I'll budget the 900 and we'll see how that goes. I have to change this and this. Oh well, that will be actually easy to count. That's 2023.59. Which means I'll have left 2,399.08. Now, I need to remember that my savings for flat, car, and emergency fund will already eat at least 1,200 out of this amount. And also, before I get another paycheck, so I guess by here, because it would be after the 19th, I have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, this one, no. 6, 7 transaction plus, I'm guessing 5 transaction here, so that's 12. 12 times 30 is 360. So I need to remember, and I think I'll do it this way. It's 2,399.08. And I forgot how much. I've counted 1,200. No, 120. So for this, it will be 620, 620, and 320. So that will be 1,560 as savings total. So I have left 839.08. And then we can go here this month. So 839.08. And for fuel, I guess I'll write it fuel so that there's a difference between my car gas and the gas I use at home for cooking. It will be a full month when I'll be going, and I'll be going out more often. So I think 250. Then healthy food. Will be, I guess, 150. Oh wow, that's money running out quickly. Eating out. This will be also difficult. But for eating out, I think I'll spend at least 200. So how much I have left? 400. Oh, 600 already. Groceries. I guess 200 as well. So I have 800 already. Oh. Okay. If that's the money that I have, then for fun, I can only have 39.08. Yes, that counts out to 0. So this is what my first paycheck of the month looks like. I've totally spent it already, even though it's, this will not last me the whole month. Fuel might. I'm already sort of budgeting it for the whole month, or at least I'll try to. Then healthy food, eating out, groceries, and fun, they will need definitely more money later on. But I also have to remember that from March, I will have this money freed to spend here and budget the whole month with those earnings. And then I'll obviously won't have to spend all of it that's here into here. But I'll definitely be able more to see how much money I'm spending in different categories, because I'll have 2 months before I budget my March paycheck. I'll have 2 months closed up, and then I'll figure out how much money I really spend monthly on healthy food, on eating out, on groceries, on fun, on beauty, on all the other things that I more or less monthly really use up and buy. So I'll be able to budget it better, hopefully, in March. Just using that paycheck to cover all my expenses, necessary expenses, like bills that I have to pay, food, groceries, toiletries, gas, everything that I need to survive. And the leftover money will be for some extra pleasures, sinking funds maybe, extra savings, and hopefully all the extra money that I'll be earning will also go towards extra savings, or maybe covering some of the mishaps here, just building my cushion in the bank account. So this is what I have for now. If you've liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It's always nice. If you have any questions or advice about my budgeting, please let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious what your ideas are about what I'm doing here. And yeah, hopefully see you next time. Bye!